You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Dropping back, it's Rashada. Buys a little extra time. He's going to take off. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And the Dogs get it past the sticks.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They'll run it to the right side. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Well, look at this. Instead of trying to pin their opponent deep in their own territory, the offense stays on the field to go for it on 4th down. There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field around midfield, going for it the wise move. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
At the 35, he's got room. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Trying to run it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll immediately call timeout.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll go right back to the run. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They've got the screen set up.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fielded in the end zone, it's Patterson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They move the tight end all over. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
A loss of 5 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Georgia 10, Kentucky 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the middle. Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. The 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that 1st down, makes the big mistake.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Tries again to get it in. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, David.
Yeah, nothing went well in the 1st quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Akron has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 16 to Central Michigan. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires to the big fella. And it's loose. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Dances away from the heat. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll give it to the back. They knock him down right there.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And now this offense will take the field again. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Throws to the tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. The 10. Touchdown, Georgia. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
It's great to think you're going to score every... Turn it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Escapes trouble. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He throws one to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Got it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Kentucky!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Kentucky, 7.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Take over. 1st and 10.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Hawk, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Trying to get to him. Hit as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for room. It's Frazier. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And that pass picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
He's looking to throw it. And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. At the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to...
Touchdown Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest.
And the pass hits, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Dogs! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Gilmore. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off play action. Pressure coming. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Going for the big play. He made the catch, past the marker, also past the sideline. He's out of bounds. It'll be 4th down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Gilmore. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern?
Sends it downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. Let's go. Looking for space. It's Frazier. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught behind the line. It's Frazier. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
And that's a 1st down for the
He's going to pass. That's reeled in. It's Frazier. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does a linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Looking downfield, it's Rashada. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They'll try to pick up the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. They're going to ride this running back. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, who says you can't run the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The sure hands, it's Patterson. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than...
Looking for the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking for a man, it's Rashada. He's not afraid to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Hey, man, they've got a big lead on offense, and they are still taking shots. They are challenging this secondary deep down the field. They barely missed that one.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He'll try to take it back. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. He's got 99 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia! And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that.
61, Kentucky, 7.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You get a throw.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's got the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there, because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 68, Kentucky 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Ball in the air, intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs! That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Georgia! How about that D coming up with a play like that? You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
You'll call for the fair catch here. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
It's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense ground game clicking? Or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll try the right side. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field.
42 Spider.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late. Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try the jet sweep here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Ready to fire from the pistol. Scanning the field, it's Rashada. Makes the grab on the left. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. New set of downs after that completion. To the air on first down. He's going for the big play. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued. They are ever closer to win number 10 on the season.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Coming out with it, it's Patterson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down.
Picked off. Bringing it back. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Dogs! They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the ground with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
This offense has failed on its previous 2 4th down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
A shot toward the end zone. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Rashada. He'll take another shot here. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soon forget.
Feeling some heat. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. One more play to pad the stats. And after the short run, the clock hits zeros, and we are all wrapped up here. Just complete and utter dominance in